Hi, I'm Richard Workman, and my presentation is going to be on the benefits of having a business continuity plan. The example that I'm going to use is the 2011 fire at a Pitney Bowes mail sorting plant in Grandview, Texas. A business continuity plan allows for the continued operations of a business entity or organization or agency in the event of a hazard that takes place that threatens to disrupt the operations of a business entity, organization, or agency. Business continuity plan also allows specifically for the identification of essential functions necessarily for the continued operations of a business or corporation, and these are the exact, absolute, necessary requirements for the operation of this company or organization. Hazards that could affect the essential functions could be lumped into three separate categories. You have natural, you have technical, and you have man-made. Natural could be earthquakes, they could be extreme weather, tidal conditions, uh, storm surges. Technical could be anything from like a glitch, a valve failure, and say like some plumbing. Man-made could be due to uh, terrorist attack. You have an actual threat against your physical infrastructure. Um, you could have someone not really caring about what they're doing and messing up and causing a real serious problem. Some of the essential functions could be, well, it depends on what kind of operation is being conducted, and depending on what kind of company that's actually being engaged. Say, for example, you have a public utilities company, their essential functions, and this is going to be with any company, is first and foremost, you're going to need to maintain billing and communication. Those are critical. Uh, so for maintaining um, an essential function for a public utilities company, you have to maintain water supplies, electricity, uh, sewage, and all those various uh, activities that support those particular functions. Business continuity plans have three key elements. You have resiliency, you have recovery, and you have contingency. Resiliency is the ability of a company or organization to uh, put operations into effect that will protect or uh, minimize or eliminate uh, particular hazards or threats that are going to affect their core functions or their essential functions, if you will. And then recovery is the process or processes that are going to allow a company to return to those essential functions or capabilities as soon as possible. Contingency planning is basically building up backup plans to your initial recovery plan or business continuity plan in the event that one aspect or element of the initial plan fails to activate or engage. So like I mentioned previously, the example that I'm using is the 2011 fire at a mail sorting plant or facility for the Pitney Bowes Corporation. Pitney Bowes is a major international supplier of mail sorting services, financial transactions to the tune of several $100 million a year. At this particular facility, they were in a complex of over 400,000 square feet, handling several hundred thousand transactions a day. They had several hundred staff members on hand, and the fire took place early in the morning and totally burned the complex facility buildings to the ground and disrupted the operations for Pitney Bowes at that facility. Immediately, the Pitney Bowes staff and corporate officials enacted the business continuity plan for that particular facility. They went out and tried to find, well, initially, they made sure that all the staff members were safe. They made sure that the clients' proprietary information or financial information was secure. They sought alternate facilities to conduct operations. Additional materials and equipment were ordered for these alternate facilities, and it was all engaged with a specific timeline. So within 48 hours, they had found the facilities, acquired the equipment, and got the operations up and running again, all the while maintaining communications with their clients, giving them the opportunity to directly contact their sales reps and the company officials, so they were always being apprised of exactly what was going on, when it was going on. Based on my research, Pitney Bowes staff members and corporate executives followed all the protocols of a viable continuity plan. They did everything they needed to do prior to the actual event taking place. They had tested their continuity plan. They had updated various protocols required for them to maintain operations, and they tested it. So it actually went off rather well. The president of Mailing Services, Jay Oxton, did state that he thought the company officials, the management team at the facility in Grandview should have been taking the initiative instead of waiting for corporate executives to actually supply them with the input they thought they would need. They should have followed the delegation of authority. And so they should have taken immediate steps and gotten communication under control and made sure that they had all the correct information. But otherwise, based on what I've seen and based on what was stated, it actually went out pretty well. So they did have an effective business continuity plan for their facility. Thank you very much for listening.